This is verse 5 of the 25th chapter, Gospel of Matthew, Jesus telling the parable of the 10 virgins, putting it against the backdrop of a wedding celebration. And as the story unfolds, the young maidens, the women who are assigned the task of accompanying the bride to the home of the bridegroom at the end of this several days of festivity, have been expecting the bridegroom apparently to show up right away. And Jesus now indicates there was a delay. So we have chronizontos. This is from chronizo, rooted in the word chronos, which means time. Chronizo means time past. So that's the notion here. It's in the genitive because it goes along with tu numpheu, which is, and also in the genitive, referring to the bridegroom. So the bridegroom, postpositive, the bridegroom delayed, time passed, more time than they were expecting. And in connection with that, a noustagzen. This is from noustadzo. It means to nod, really literally, kind of like someone sort of nodding off, trying to stay awake, but nevertheless, sleep is beginning to overtake them. Pasai, all of them, referring to all of these maidens. Kai, connective, ekathudon, from kathudo, rooted in the preposition that is kata, which means down, and it typically simply means to sleep, so they nodded. And finally, all of them went to sleep. This is a little bit reminiscent of the disciples in the Garden of Gethsemane while Jesus was praying. They're sleeping, nodding off. They just couldn't keep their eyes open. That's the idea. There's no real judgment indicated here. All of them did this, the ones that had prepared, the wise ones and the foolish, because in fact life goes on. You have to go to the grocery store, you have to wash the clothes, you have to do all of the things that are the ordinary activities, and while the great promises of Christ may hang in the back of your mind, it nevertheless becomes incumbent upon a person to do the ordinary things, and in some ways it is a kind of sleeping, and that's what Jesus indicates here. And it again would be applicable to those who were waiting year after year, decade after decade, for the promise of the coming of the Son of Man, and it didn't seem to be happening, and some were keeping their expectations alive, and some were sort of drifting off into a kind of skeptical attitude, I suppose.